Third time's a charm, am I right? Hey guys, what's up? I tried recording this video twice already, and because I'm new to using DSLR equipment, I cannot get it to focus on my face. So, with that, I'm gonna try again. That's what you always do.
Try again.
The point of this video, if you look on my channel, you will see concert videos, hair videos, random videos. I always wanted to make my channel revolving around music. It didn't really take off until I posted the Greta Van Fleet interview. It got an exponentially higher amount of views than I thought it was going to. I've had people reaching out to me on social media, showing their support and everything, and I appreciate it so much. I really do. So with that, I want to make more content. I'm a busy senior in college, so, you know, with internships and just have a lot of stuff to do, I don't have as much time to dedicate to making videos as I'd like to. The sun looks like it's about to set, and maybe that's why my videos aren't fucking focusing. I'm sorry if it's not as clear as I hope it is. I wanted to kind of give an introduction and some like fun facts about me and how rock and roll became my life. So on April 26, 1996, I was born. My dad's side of the family, very, very, very big on the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. So I grew up on rock and roll. My favorite first record ever was The Nylon Curtain by Billy Joel. My first favorite band was Bon Jovi. My first concert was Bon Jovi. That was in 5th grade. 5th grade was a pivotal moment in my life because I got a Guns N' Roses CD from Santa for Christmas, and then I got Appetite for my birthday, and it's all history from there. I have an entire video on my obsession as a Guns N' Roses fan. I would show you my wall right now, but then the camera would go out of focus and I might scream. I have been to countless concerts. Like I said, Bon Jovi, I saw Guns N' Roses with the Chinese Democracy lineup, and I've seen them now 4 times with the original lineup on the Not in This Lifetime tour. I've seen Soundgarden multiple times. I saw Chris Cornell by himself. That's the way I actually went and got I Am the Highway tattooed on my wrist. I got fake tickets to Pearl Jam, so no, I didn't get to go in. It was in support of Lightning Bolt, so that sucked a lot. I saw the Black Crowes, I saw the Rolling Stones for their 50-year anniversary. The Rolling Stones were kind of pushed on me growing up, so I was kind of over them. This blew my mind. You have artists like Justin Bieber who are taking breaks from their careers, and then you have Mick Jagger who's running around on stage in his 70s. I've seen Aerosmith, and I've been to countless music festivals, so many concerts, I can't even like begin to explain. I could make a concert talking video if you guys really want to hear that. It might be kind of long because I've been to so many. Middle school was kind of a difficult time. I couldn't really connect with anybody my age with anything pop culture. For me, rock and roll isn't just a genre of music, it's a lifestyle. It affects the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I think. So I never really could relate to anybody my age with anything music related, and I was always kind of the weird girl, but I was still getting cowboy boots for Christmas because Axl Rose had them anyway. I started listening to VH1 Classic. I was watching it all the time. I would fall asleep and wake up in the middle of the night, and Dee Snider would be singing We're Not Gonna Take It and be zoomed in on his makeup, and it was terrifying for most people, but it was exhilarating for me. High school, started seeing concerts like all the time. I came to school 1,200 miles from home. I have an entire video talking about how I changed my career path. I was a psychology major and then declared that I was double major with criminology as well. My freshman year, I started writing in a music blog about my thoughts and frustrations on the music industry, but how I wish I could work in it, just didn't know what my options were at the time. Trailer for my blog is actually still on this channel, so you can check it out and hear what I had to say. And the blog itself is myappetitefordestruction.wordpress.com. I didn't really tell anybody about it when I first started it because it was really personal to me, but now here I am talking about it, so go read it if you're bored and want to see how I started becoming a writer. The end of my freshman year, I went to my very first music festival. It was Welcome to Rockville. Saw Slash, could have seen Scott Weiland, but his set got rained out, and now rest in peace. I saw The Pretty Reckless for the first time and immediately was blown away by how cool Taylor Momsen was, and now she answers my DMs on Twitter and follows me. So it's kind of crazy how things end up working out. The middle of my sophomore year was when it was announced that Guns N' Roses actually were getting back together to do shows for Coachella, and then a few months later the Not in This Lifetime tour was announced. If you go on this blog all the way to the beginning, you see me talk about how upset I was that I thought I was going to grow up and just never get to see my idols play together on stage. When this tour was announced, it was one of the most emotional times of my life. I was so ecstatic. And then a little bit later on the blog, you'll see like all my pictures from the concert. The end of my sophomore year, I went home to my uncle's wake. He passed away, unfortunately, from Alzheimer's, but my uncle was majorly involved in the music industry. My dad's much younger than him, so he grew up going with him to the recording studio. And then a month and a half later, we had to put down my dog of 15 years. So that was a really rough, hard time, but right after that is when I started writing for Alternative Nation. And it almost felt kind of like my uncle was like paving the way that way for me and like handed down the torch. So I took it and I've been carrying it since. So I hope I'm making him proud. Then the Not in This Lifetime shows came for Guns N' Roses, done 3 times, once in Philadelphia, twice in North Jersey. Those shows like changed my entire summer around. I was in this really dark funk of a place, and then, you know, hearing November Rain live and seeing Slash actually up there playing it with Axl, I was sobbing. Like, going into my junior year of college, I had already kind of felt like I wasn't sure if what I was going to school for was what I wanted to do. I got to cover my first music festival as press. I covered my first couple of concerts as press and did reviews for them. I went to Welcome to Rockville for the second time, but the first time as press. I interviewed Taylor Momsen and Sean Morgan of Seether, and that weekend solidified in my mind that music is what I've always been meant to do. I also interviewed Josh Kiska from Greta Van Fleet. That's on my channel, and there's a couple other videos where I talk about it. It's always good to give constructive criticism. I try not to let negative comments get to me. That was only my 3rd interview. When you love music as much as I do and you're starting out as a journalist and you're getting to meet some of these artists, it is a little hard not to get starstruck. I'm still working on it. I'm still young. I'm still new to all of this stuff. So I've done 3 interviews so far, and all with singers. I have a Dorothy interview coming up. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but now their publicist actually gave me a time and date, so that's going to be coming soon. You didn't have time to do it in Nashville. I actually did get to hang out with her backstage after the show for a little while. Miles Kennedy, I believe I'm also going to be getting an interview with. That is not something that is set in stone, so don't quote me on it. I thank Brett Buchanan, my editor at Alternative Nation, so much for taking me in as a contributing writer, because I have been able to turn this into basically a dream come true. So here I am in my 2nd semester of my senior year. I'm literally graduating in 3 months. I'm doing something entirely different from my degree, and it's very scary, but it's exciting at the same time. I owe my music taste and just who I am as a person to my parents for always pushing me to be true to myself. You can't go into music for the money. You do it because you love music, and I can't see myself at this point doing anything else. So that's basically how rock and roll became my life. I want to shout out everybody who's been subscribing and reaching out to me and following me and supporting me. This is like awesome. This is not something I ever actually thought was going to begin to take off, but it has. And there's so many makeup and hair tutorial channels and everything, and I just don't think enough people are talking about rock and roll anymore, especially the Grammys. So it's our job as fans and as lovers of music to, you know, keep it going, and that's why I like having this little community where I just talk about music, because then I get to hear what you guys think. Subscribe if you haven't, if you're interested in what I'm talking about, because YouTube has unfortunately been cutting down on small channels thanks to Logan Paul. Also, Alternative Nation has had a YouTube channel for a while, but we're really hoping to try to start utilizing it a lot more and making it grow. So subscribe to Alternative Nation. The interviews are going to be there. There's some concert footage. We're going to be doing some type of artist contest that I will be announcing on the channel. Now that if you've listened to this far till the end, I want to hear about you guys. I want to hear about what music means to you. If you're a rock fan, a country fan, whatever you are, I want to know what music means to you, how it became a part of your life, anything else that you have to say. You can message me here, follow me on social media. The only time I really won't answer your messages is if they're inappropriate, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I am completely open to suggestions on content to cover. If it's something, obviously, that I'm interested in covering, I will highly consider it. I don't have enough people I get to talk about music with because I don't share a similar music taste to many people. I hope this video isn't blurry because I'm not filming it again. So that's basically my story, and that's how rock and roll became huge for me. And I appreciate it again if you've listened to this point, and I look forward to talking with you guys again soon. Bye. Thank you.